Hi, and welcome back to the Crafty Author. My name is Anissa. I am the Crafty Author. Welcome to my quilting room. And today we are going to be doing an update to an old video that I did back in, I think, March or April. And so today I'm just going to do a revamp of my face masks. I'm going to show you how I do it with 2 layers. This does not have a pocket for a filter in it or anything like that. I need to make myself a new mask, and so I'm going to do a fun one. And so I thought I would show you how I do it. And I'm just going to go ahead and jump right in and get started. All right, so I have a rotary cutter. I have my 2 pieces of fabric that I'm going to work with. I am using this fun Darth Vader fabric. And I have this as my inside lining piece that's going to face my face. So I made a template, 8.5 by 6.5. And that's what I'm going to use. And I'm just going to place this right down here on my fabric. And I'm going to take a ruler, line up on the edge, and I'm going to give it a cut. Now I am cutting off the selvage edge off of this side of my Darth Vader. So, and then I'm going to just come over here on this side. Okay, and then I will cut this part. Now it's easier if you have a rotating mat because you can just cut it really fast and turn it as you're going, but I'm just making this real quick, so it's not going to be an issue. These really don't take very long at all to make, and they're efficient and they look great. Now it does not replace an N95 mask, and if you're looking for like super duper protection, you're going to want to check with your doctor first. This is just for your own personal use. I use these when I go to the grocery store, or any store for that matter, and it works fine. All right, so I've gone ahead and I've cut my 2 pieces. They're both right sides facing each other. I'm going to grab some elastic and we're going to cut that next. All right, so I have cut my elastic at 6.5 inches long. This is, I want to say either, I can't remember, 1/8 inch elastic. This is very, very soft, and it's really easy around the ears, so I really prefer this. I will link to the shop that I purchased this from. I got this off of Etsy. It came in a pack, and I swear by it. So I'm going to put this in my mask. I'm going to show you how I do this, and we'll start assembling. All right, so the next thing that you want to do is you're going to mark where you're going to put your elastic. So you're going to want to do this on both sides. So I like to measure 3/4 down from the top, and I just place a little mark here. I'm going to use a green marker or green pen so you can see where I'm marking. And then I'm going to come down here and I will do the same thing. So this is where I'm going to be placing my elastic. I do this to both sides. And now we are ready to start sewing. So what I'm going to do is I will start up here at the top. I'm just going to put a mark of where I'm going to start, and then I'm going to stop right about here. I am going to leave this part open. I'll leave that, mark that so you can see it better. So this part remains open. I start stitching right here, and I'm going to stitch till I get to here, and then I'm going to insert my elastic, and it goes inside like that. So I want this piece to be sticking out a little bit, and then I will continue to sew, and then I will bring this other portion down so that it's like this. And you can pin this if you want to, but I find that I can just do it as I'm going along. So you'll have two pieces that are looking like this, like that. You'll sew. So here, you're going to do the same thing with your elastic. Once you get over here, you're going to line up with the lines that you drew. You're going to sew, and then you're going to sew up at the top, and you're going to stop right there where you marked again, and you're going to back stitch. Okay, so I have gone ahead and sewn around, as you can see. And I'm going to go ahead and clip these corners just real quick. Just makes it a little bit easier to turn, and there's a little bit less bulk. But do not cut into your stitching, because you will cut a hole in it. Done that. All right, so now we're ready to find that opening that we left open up here. And we are going to turn this inside out. And voila. You can see we have our elastic in there. I'm going to use this pen real quick because I don't have my chopstick. You'll need something to poke out the corners. And so I am just going to use this pen, and I'm going to be very careful when I do this. And so let's try this. The pen is not working very well. Let me try my finger now. Let's see. Seems to be working a little bit better than the pen. Okay. Let's see. All right. Just this last one to poke out. There we go. I got it. All right. Then what I like to do is I like to take my seam and just kind of pull it back like that and press it. And this is going to help it to lay nice and flat when we go to press this and sew it shut. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and do that on all four sides. And I've got this that I need to close up, so I'm just going to give it a little tug, and that automatically kind of makes it fall into place. So now we're ready for our next step, and that is we are going to be putting our pleats and closing it. You'll need an iron for this. I'm going to use my little CRICUT mini iron. I've got my little mat. My mat is a mess, but it's okay. It's just some glitter. It's glitter vinyl that melted a while back. So if you're wondering what's on my mat, that's what it is. Not a big deal. And I'm just going to go ahead and press this part closed. This is the CRICUT mini iron. In case you're wondering, it heats up to 400 degrees. It's a cool little gadget. I use it for a lot of projects, and I really love it. Okay. So I'm just going to put a little clip there to hold that together. And now I'm going to show you a trick on how to make these pleats. So what we're going to do is we're going to fold this in half like that. Just fold it in half. And then you're going to press. And then we are going to take this part and we're going to line up our top with the crease that we just made. And we're going to do another fold. And then we're going to do the same with the bottom. Just going to pull that up into that middle crease that we made. And we're going to press that. You can see all the creases. And now what we do is, you're going to want to have a couple clips for this. But now we just take our top fold and we just fold just a tiny bit. Fold it to your desired, to however you want this to lay. Mine's probably about 1/8. So I'm just going to fold that center piece. And then I'm going to fold the third layer down like so. Then I'm going to clip it. And you should have something that looks very similar to this. And it should look very similar to this on the inside. So I'm going to press this down again with my iron. Now you don't have to do this. I just like to do this. I feel like it keeps the layers together better. All right. And we're done with our iron now. We don't need that anymore, so we can turn that off. Now we're going to go to the sewing machine and we're going to top stitch all the way around. All right, so our mask is now finished. And this is what we've got. Now, this is directional fabric and I didn't do it right. So it's okay though, because it's a fun mask, and to be honest, it's going to be fine for me. So this is my Darth Vader mask. I'm going to go ahead and put it on and show it to you so you can see how easy and fun it really is to make them. I mean, I know we all hate wearing them, but you have to, so might as well get used to it, right? All right, so that's how it fits. I use that pattern for women's masks. I use them for mine, so I think it looks really cool. Anyway, so that's how you do that. And when you wash it, I just wash it in the wash with my clothes like normal. And then when I pull them out of the wash, I just take them and I go like this, and they go back into shape, and I just hang them on the little knob on my cabinets, and they just let them air dry. So that's how I do it, and they turn out great. So this one turned out awesome. I love it. Super, super cute. And so if you need a new mask for the new year, there you go. Easy peasy. So I'll give you some sizes. I do 8.5 by 6.5 for myself, and I'm a woman, so that one works for me. For men, I want to say I'm doing anywhere in between 9 by 7 and, yes, 9 by 7. That seems to be the right size to fit. If you find that that doesn't fit, then you can always adjust the pattern and make it a little bit larger. So it's going to vary. Each person is different. I also do toddler masks. I have one here. I will tell you how large I do that one, or how big I do it. That one is, I believe I do that one at 3.5 by 5.5. So 3.5 by 5.5 for a toddler. I'm going to write that down so I don't forget, because I'm measuring it as we're going along. I've made several for my grandson. The first couple that I made for him were a little bit too big, so I really had to take the pattern down, and that 3.5 by 5.5 seems to work really well for him. And I cut the elastic at 4.5 inches. So that should be the right size. He is almost 4, so I make him fun masks because they have to wear them too. So anyway, those are my mask sizes. I will put those down in the link below so that you have them. And wow, that's it. So if you would like to follow me on social media, the links are down below in the description box. So there's a little arrow that is down below that if you click on that, that will open up everything down below. So when you hear us speaking about, or hear YouTubers talking about description box, that's how you get to that. And don't forget to give the little bell a click, and you'll get notified each and every time that I upload a new awesomely cool video. And you can choose how often you want to be notified. So there's that. And keep on crafting. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.